Uniquely, the original Game Boy version of Marble Madness has a two-player link cable mode. Originally created by Mark Cerny of modern PlayStation fame, Marble Madness was a game that was ported to pretty much every system of the time. However, not all versions, especially when it came to the handheld ports, included the multiplayer mode. As a quick comparison, the GameGear port and even the Game Boy Color version, which was released many years later, were exclusively single-player, making this original Game Boy version stand out. If you never played Marble Madness, you navigate a marble through a creative obstacle course with the goal of reaching the end before time expires. The numerous ways to die will result in precious seconds to tick away while you wait to respawn. There's a needless point system, and players can choose between the two control options since the game is isometric, but if you use the 45-degree option, you're a weirdo, no offense. To be fair, Marble Madness doesn't really do anything with the multiplayer mode. If anything, it makes the game a little more difficult since you can get in each other's way. It isn't like Mario Kart where you can use weapons or items to impede your opponent's progress or give yourself a boost. You simply just both race to the finish at the same time. It isn't like the winner or the loser receives any kind of special treatment. It sorta goes with the whole frenemy thing, but only a little more pointless here. There's also a little trick to get the two-player mode to work in this original Game Boy version. There are no options or settings to adjust. There's only this one simple title screen. So it isn't like you choose a specific one or two-player mode from the main menu. Instead, it has a mention of the two-player mode displayed at the bottom. To activate the two-player mode, you need to connect two Game Boys, two copies of the game with the link cable, then simply press start and the game just begins in linked play. The Game Boy version plays about as good as you might expect for an early handheld port. It isn't as smooth, and using the D-pad isn't the best, especially considering the original arcade version used a trackball. While the NES version is recommended over this handheld version thanks to the included multiplayer mode and color presentation, but pretty much the entire game is here in this Game Boy release, just compensated for the smaller screen. And as one more factoid, Marble Madness was one of the first games to be programmed using true stereo sound, although you won't really care with this early handheld version. Unfortunately, even with the two-player mode, there isn't much replay value in Marble Madness. In fact, the entire game can be beaten in just a few minutes. Granted, it'll take some practice to master the courses and controls, but still there isn't much depth here. But even with its simplicity, Marble Madness was an influential game, one that sparked the inspiration of many roll the ball to the goal genre of games. But what do you think? Have you played Marble Madness? Which version do you prefer? And which modern Marble Madness inspired title do you enjoy? Me, I recommend checking out a game called Marble It Up or the Super Monkey Ball series. And for plenty more link cable connectivity from games you never had the chance to play for yourself, see the links to my dedicated playlist in the description. Until next time, thank you for watching and game on!